gentlemen. My name is Leah. Today I'm going to talk about 12 Pillars. 12 Pillars is actually a book. How many of you heard about 12 Pillars before? By Jim Rohn. 12 Pillars? No. It's a very thin book by 12 Pillars, and it was given to me by one of my friends. Each pillars represent everything about life. Today I'm going to talk about 3 out of 12 pillars in this book. First is the mindset, health, and knowledge. First, let's talk about mindset. Things change only when you change. How many of you wake up in the morning dragging yourself? Oh, it's time to work. I need to get changed. I need to brush my teeth. Hesitate whether to go for work or not. How many of you got the same feeling as me? Do you realize that if you drag your feet to work every day like this, things is not going to change? How many of you here wanted to be a millionaire? Billionaire, or even trillionaire. I don't know. How many of you want to be a billionaire? Everybody wants to be a millionaire or even billionaire. But have you done anything to change? Have you? If you stay where you are now and you're not going to do anything to change in your life, you're still going to stay in status quo. It's the same thing as, do you think your work sucks? This is off the record. Mimi, don't record now, okay? How many of you think that your work is actually sucks? You don't like your job. You go to work just because you need to earn the money. If you think that your work sucks and you're not going to do anything to change about your work, and you just do your work according to the motions, just go through the motions, it's not going to change anything about you. 5 years later, it's still going to be the same. 10 years later, you're not going to achieve anything. Because you reap what you sow. This is why it's very important you need to set goals. First, you need to have a very clear path in your mind. No matter you are in the call center, in the pharmacies, or whether you are in EME, you need to set a goal for yourself. Not to change job is okay, but where you want to be in the next 5 years or next 10 years. So have goals. Think in your mind what you want to achieve in the next 5 years or next 10 years. Then you write it down. If you only think in your mind and you don't write it down, you won't do it. When you write it down, you bring everything from the subconscious mind to reality. It is very important to write down and paste it in front of your mirror or even the wall. When you wake up in the morning, you see it. This is my goals, and I want to achieve it in next how many days or how many years. And you have to make sure everything that you do every day and every step that you take, you're going to move towards your goals. Otherwise, you'll be just doing the same thing every day. Next, let's talk about your health. We should know that we have mental health and physical health. I'm sure for physical health, everybody knows that you need to keep fit, you need to exercise. Another part of health is actually our mental health. It is very important that we have a good mental health. The outside is a good reflection of what's inside. What if I come to work every day and I look like this? You know that I'm not happy. I probably have some negative thoughts in my mind every day. If you're happy, you look cheerful, you look vibrant, every day is a happy day for you. You have a very good positive thoughts in your mind. You have to be careful with what you are thinking. You need to create a positive thoughts in your mind. Because you need to watch your thoughts for they become your words. You need to watch your words for they become your actions. You need to watch your actions for they become your habits. Watch your habits for they become your character. And watch your character for it become your destiny. And where you want to be really depends on what you are thinking now. If you think that you're not going to do this later on here, you're not going to do it anytime, anywhere down the road. That is why you need to have very positive thoughts. Don't influence by your friends or by family members to create negative thoughts. Positive thoughts is very, very important. And this one comes from yourself. Next, let's talk about knowledge, the third pillar. You know our Mr. Liak like to ask you to read books. How many of you here read books? Not textbook, not the books that you do or read for your work. How many of you read books for self-improvement? Self-improvement. And how many books you read per month? Is it 3 per month? Very good, girl. If you only read 1 book per year, does it make a difference? Probably not. Once a week, once a month is good enough. You need to read something. Why Mr. Liak wants us to read? You can learn everything, basic knowledge from textbook. But if you want to be success, you need to read books. Be a lifelong learner. First is to read your books. Second, what you need to do is to observe and learn from successful people. And who we invited? Yesterday? Mr. Nadan. Why we invited such a high-profile people to come on here? Because we want to learn from them. And that is where you actually can become successful future year down the road. You can read many books, 3 per month, 4 per month, as many as you can. But when you talk to people that are successful, you can learn much more better. Because they've gone through so much for all the mistakes they made. And that is why they are successful. You don't want to go through the mistake that they made. So talk to people who are successful, and that is going to help you future down the road. Third, you need to constantly reflect on your own experience and learn what went wrong and what went right. How many of you here go back home and you think, what have I done today? Have you go back home yesterday and think about what Jeremy tell you about the lesson? Have you actually think through? Have I just wasted my whole day to nothing? Maybe you should start, go home at night before you go to sleep, plan, think. What have I done today? Have I do something good? Have I scolded someone? Have I did something bad? We all have 2 choices to live. We can make a living or we can design a life. You can come to work, go home as a routine. But if you want to design a life, you need to make a difference. You need to learn the 3 basic things, what I said, knowledge, health, and be positive. And these 3 things are the most basic one you need to have if you want to change your life.